I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Right now we're looking at the second match of the online ranking session of PUBG Mobile Star Challenge 2019. I am Chuchu, and sharing this table is none other than the handsome Contra.
Oh, thank you very much for the compliments. We're flying from the southern side all the way up north, coming from Sonaska military base into Severny. So this is a lot of options of town for all of them to pick off from. While Nikitanga will be the first one to drop in towards the middle base. I'm seeing whether if anyone wants to contest him inside of the Sonaska Island. Seems like the answer is no, so the rest of them will slowly dive into its sections such as Farm, Pachinki, Milta, and I believe that there might be some visitors into Razok as well.
I think I like this map. Five path though, it's really centralized and cutting straight line from the south up to the north. But question is, where will the circle be? Because if it's in between the two lands, which is the middle base as well as the main land, then these teams have to decide which land they want to land on.
Yeah, I guess like we just have to find out what the first phase circle is going to be while we see Kronten OP slowly flowing over on the corners of Milta section, while we have Dita, the champion of the first match, slowly getting themselves over on towards the eastern shorelines of Milta Power, or perhaps even Lipovka. Prison could be a good choice as well, while Kissel99 trying to actually locate themselves in towards the bunkers of the section of shelters. So that's going to be Arxie slowly diving in. Perhaps this might just be some pretty good secret weapons right below that tunnel that he's in right now.
Okay, you have to remember, you don't want to stay in the shelter way too long because it can be blocked by UAZ. But looking at the other side, around Pachinki area is really heated as we speak. We're looking at Kissel Simcheck against Ronnie, and there goes one almost knocked, but he just managed to flip away and run from that window pane.
But here comes Beside trying to go for round two. Ash is going to hop out of the window, so he's just going to build the heck out of this. While he's still keeping his eye out over on the section of the door, he managed to spot out a couple of members over on the top side as well. There goes Tug hopping outside, and Beside's going to go in for the chase. Not sure if he's going to get that though, and here comes the spray down there. He manages, still left with a little bit of health running in towards the building.
So close yet so far. Beside is really in a bomber mode right now. He is really committed to this fight, want to get more kills, but they just not giving him any tunnel vision at all. For the rest of Ronnie, just playing super safe. They are really low on health.
So only 4 more bullets on his PP Bison, as he's going to actually swap it out for a pistol, as we see in his arsenal. Right now, Tuck does not really have much of a mets, so he's going to play it out real safe. He's just trying to spot them out as they try to corner him inside of this section. Kissel99 has the micro Uzi to possibly go in with the high fire rates and trying to flush him out with the frags. So trying to squeeze this one in. I'm not sure if
This
he's
is
gonna
really
land,
bad
though.
news for Ronnie Tug. What? What? That was amazing! A miracle nade! Look at how he zigzagged!
Did you see that angle?
Yeah, that was
Is that
crazy! That was such a splendid, outstanding nade! He went zigzag on there!
Oh, well.
How did you jinx that?
I mean, like, he just flipped it. He just bent it like Beckham in a way. Well,
that is Harry Potter nade!
Kissel slowly going in for the flank. He's just trying to go in for a little bit more invade, and he's going on a goose chase. They're just going through houses by houses, and there goes Tug as he gets taken down by Beside.
All rest of Kissel's just gonna charge right in. They know one is knocked for the rest of Ronnie, trying to get the covers on and might want to give a little bit of extra hand. While looking at Alice is going against the high rolls. It's 2 versus 1, but that's a ballsy move. Coming out from Natash from the higher ground, giving off the vision and information towards Alice, but knocked straight away and big punish.
Oh, you can see Lallis will be taken out by Rolex himself. So that's 1 kill being secured. Just a little bit of a kill steal right there. Well, we see yet another team from the back. Tuck is still needing a little bit of help coming from the side of Ash, but he's getting surrounded by the rest of Kissel99's team. And this is going to be a little bit of a tricky situation. They're trying to go in for the invades, just waiting for the rest of the squad to arrive. And it's not going to be too much of a hassle for him to go in for the push. Well, he's hiding by the corners of these really small room, and he managed to spot him out already.
Well, looking at the Tug's life, oh, the Reds of Ronnie just managed to not being knocked by Keys in 99. Ted trying to do some damage here, but being punished straight away, return damage. Well, Ronnie, he just don't really care.
Hold up a minute. He's dropping
behind
himself in towards the corner of the Northeast Island, and there's nobody behind his side. What is he doing, Ronnie?
He just don't give
He found himself a weapon.
It's
He found a
nobody's
mutant
business.
inside of the island.
What team is it? I'm a solo player.
Ronnie, get back into where you need to be. Your team needs you.
That was phenomenal, I have to say that.
That takes crazy amount of effort. Here comes 30, trying to actually wrap around towards the side of Garibu, as Artsy has a little bit of Thompson on his hands. Gonna go in with the frag to take down both of these guys. Going in for a little push, but Law might just get grenaded right here.
Oh, I'm waiting for the boom, but didn't hit. It just right in front of the tree and got blocked by that vehicle. But anyhow, Torty managed to do the clean job and just wipe the whole team there right beneath that tree. While looking at High Roll is still going at it against the Ellis teams, but they are playing very safe while we have Angry coming up from behind.
We can see your Sixless trying to actually get himself secured, just slowly crawling it out, while the rest of Mitchell just by the corners of Rozak. So they will be safe for now. They are still inside of the next section, where we do see it being pretty much centralized for the next phase. And it's going to be closing out in a couple of seconds there. Well, to be fair, it's just 45 seconds on the clock, but there's ample time for them to actually rotate. And while we look towards the north side of George, that's going to be Sulin squad right there.
But then looking at the how many players left in the game, you only have 54. We lost a lot of casualties already in the first phase of the game, but still 15 teams intact. We already lost one whole team as we speak. But just now, Ronnie.
Well, I'm not sure how Ronnie is going to
Abandon
be
the ship
coping.
straight away.
I mean, he's the furthest away from everybody else, and the blue's ticking in. I hope that he has enough fuel inside of the boat where he needs to actually crawl himself back to the rest of the team. While inside of Yasnaya Polygon, we have see some action coming from the side of Meteor Alice as Rolex gets taken down by Jing Wei.
Oh, that's a really in a tight spot for Rolex. He's been charged by K7, who I think just killed Still just now.
Oh my, like you can see 10-9 just kept going through for a couple of peaks there, but Alice will not be able to bring down any of these guys coming in from the side of K7. And oh well, we see this both ladies duking it out, and I think that it's going to be a tough situation because Rolex might just come into third party in towards this section right there, while we see a couple of members from the side of Kenbu just taking their sweet time, just camping it out by that compound.
Looking at the other side, everybody is just looting up, but we're looking at Alice, who still thirsts for another blood. She saw one of the K7 just migrating one compound to the other. We're looking at the last chicken in his team here. Dita is actually getting himself to UAZ, making sure that they're moving super fast on these vehicles, jumping from one to another compound, getting himself better loot. They have decent loot, I'd say. Look at that, how it's stocked up there are.
Yep, and inside of the prison, we do see our Arxie as well, just finding themselves a couple of cover while Ben is getting ready for the flank. We see Alice's members just charging right through. He managed to spot both of them. This might just be a golden opportunity, but instead, Natasha will not be taken out as Ben gets spot out already. Here comes a little bit of invade as he tries to hop off the wall, and that will be Natasha chasing in from the back and managed to clip them off, and that is just unfortunate for him. And Ben, we thought that he managed to take some of these guys down, but K7 is gonna fall.
These guys are not that forgiving, I'd say. And looking at the current spot, Kaichi's team is holding this stronghold by themselves. And looking on the other side, it's kind of a bummer for the rest of team. Right now, Alice's team, they are not budging at all. They're kind of separated for Kaichi's team. Still holding to this fortress. They really want this compound to themselves, but I don't think it's possible with lack of manpower.
Well, I think that they could still stay in South Yasnaya for quite some time while we're looking in towards the corners of the quarry. It's just a little bit of an interesting action coming from the side of Kron10 squad. They are sharing all these loots in between these members. There's an AUG alongside with suppressor inside, and of course all the level 3 stuff that's in the package, while Chin9 still trying to deal with the situation. Only 2 more members left alive for the side of K7. while Kaichi is still by the corners of the apartment. Here comes Alice going in for the chase. Here comes the taps as well. They managed to spot him out, going in towards the flank. It's going to be Nataj trying to lead the charge. And this might not go well for the side of Chin 9.
Yeah, he's in a really big ordeal right now. He just go on top of the rooftop, but it's just no way for him to exit out of this situation. And seems like Kaichi just stay on her foot, not gonna budge at all, just staring and waiting for the right moment coming out from that hiding spot.
Here comes Shin Chuan by the corners of the top side of prison. I'm thinking of whether or not if there's anyone inside, and they manage to spot out Arxie just peeking by the corners of the window as Siren goes in with the M16 sprays, and that's not going to be able to actually take him off as of yet, but Coco's possibly going to get a little bit of the angles from the back of the windows.
They're trying to conquering this compound from the surrounding of on top of the hills here, while the rest of Arxie's team just kind of being clamped up. I'd say they have to budge, or they don't want to be a sitting duck right inside of prison.
You can see Ji Hong just trying to get himself in towards the right position as Arxie still getting himself healed up. Oh, revealing himself once again, and that will be a takedown as Siren goes in with a magnificent control on that M16.
Just couple of taps straight away knock, and it seems like they still have time to buy for Toti. That's gonna revive his teammate here. Well, the rest of Sinchon is considering whether to charge right in or not. They can ambush if they want to, but they are hesitating a little bit. Might just gonna go in with that vehicle, charge right in fast.
Coco possibly drive down to the Sia, but we talk about that M16. He puts that burst fire and he lines it up so perfectly. I gotta watch the replays again for that sort of magnificent spray. But looking at this, it seems like Jae-young will be the one booking himself a slot towards the bottom side, and they spot out Sinchuan himself. Oh my goodness, that was just a great one coming from the side of Arxie, but he almost get taken down for the second time coming.
That's a sharp time reaction from Arxie. While the rest of Team Arxie is kind of a lot of casualties there. They don't have enough backup, but it seems enough firepower from Arxie's team. They're controlling the barrel, well done. But will it be enough to go against Sinchon, who just tossed a nade here, or didn't hit anybody yet? While the rest of Kissel's team going against Michelle off the map.
And that's going to be another one being tossed towards the top floor, almost clipping over the side of Torty. That's good for him, but over the side of Kissel, he has so many members being dropped out. Fighting alongside Mitchell, this is not a good sight for them. Only Haksoi left inside of the room, and this is a golden opportunity trying to hunt out for Miffy, and Miffy will be taken out. That's a total wipeout there, and Mitchell will have his squad still standing strong.
That was a 50-50 call for Mitchell and Kissel's team. It got you revive your friend first and just charged right in the last minute. Straight away knocked out the whole team. While the rest of Arxie is very safe for now. They actually evacuate for the team that against them.
You can see Arxie thinking that, oh, the coast is clear, but the truth is, the rest of the members are still outside. We see an AWM in the middle of the fields of Gatka as Dynamo will be driving by. The next phase will be loitering around the compounds of Pachinki as well as Fairy Pure as well. So we talked about the waters. I'm not sure if there's any chance of it being in the southern side, but I feel like it's very highly unlikely, but do prove me wrong. We gotta pray to the PUBG gods to see that in that sense.
Sometimes the circle is just punishing evil and fun to watch, so we have to wait and see. Might happening soon because it's still in the water area, still around 30% of water in that circle zone. But looking at the rest of Niki's team, they just want to camp this a little bit. Well, Milk is gonna be the scout, while Joe might bomb into him very soon.
Well, we see Milk just trying to secure that airdrop while they spot out Joe coming from the side of Bullshark, just rotating across the Gatka region, trying to keep an eye out to protect himself. Seeing another vehicle coming from the side of Bullshark, but won't be able to actually take it down. Pretty fast moving, just driving all the way straight, perhaps heading towards the corners of ruins.
All the rest of Bullshark just gonna be a little bit segregated and making sure that they have the heals by themselves. While Rolex, he's the only person that going in this area, but the rest of the team kind of having a little bit far off, not too far, but still can able to cover a couple of angles here and there in case they're being ambushed. And Bullshark just want to stay here for the moment. We're looking at Alice's team still holding their grounds in Yasnaya.
They still know that Kaichi is somewhere around. They've only taken 3 members out, so they are still trying to go on the hunt, while Yasnaya is not the zone being covered on the next phase, while Dynamo managed to book themselves by the quarters of the Gatco region as well. Bull Shark's not too far away. This is by the shorelines, and
Okay.
perhaps this will be a really good position to go and
Ronnie!
flanking some of all the other guys. Ronnie's back on track. Good to see him.
This guy, I just love this guy. I gotta say I'm a big fan now, Ronnie. I'm always been your fan, but this is one of the biggest moments for Ronnie. He built abandoned ship from the start of the game and still surviving no matter what with that DP-28.
You know, it's Ronnie versus the wall now, and he's trying to crawl his way from the Asnaya, not having any sort of vehicles. While we move back into the action, we see Sulin having a little bit of difficulty trying to deal with Dynamo. And here comes O2, who is just holding in the position, pulls out the AK, and still waiting for the rest of the squad to get ready for this battle. We see a Pither coming in with the barrel, so he's just going to go cut across some of these houses as the rest of Sulin's squad have just arrived.
Well, Sulin might want to just be more careful because they know this compound is not just by themselves alone. Just one more team already arrived a little bit early than them. Well, looking at Kron's team, who had among the most kill last one, and we're looking, they might be very aggressive, but still no kills for the team yet. But the rest of Sulin, Dynamo, and we're looking at Bull Shark might just exchange looks here.
A couple of lobs of the nade won't be able to hit over onto anyone. Just giving it a little bit of a lucky try, hoping to catch a couple of Dynamo members inside of a small little hut, while a couple of taps have been let loose coming from the side of Dynamo as he drives straight in towards the Tiger's Den.
Oh, I like how the Dynamo is forming the team, segregated 4 of them, but making sure wide angle is being covered, while Sulin is being a little bit assertive. They do know Bull Shark is just behind them, so they have to cover so many angles, and looking at missing, might miss couple of moments there in case they look away just a little moment of time, in the nick of time. Dynamo can just charge right into their slot there.
You can see Sulin just peeking out on the K9, just having the 6 times. Oh, it seems like it's going to be a little bit hard to actually hit over the side of Tron, but it's just trying its best.
We know these guys are very good at sniping. I'm waiting for their snipe skills, going straight knock somebody off the map.
Yeah, and Sulin's still trying to clip somebody off the crosshairs, and it's not going to be easy for Sulin to actually land that sort of a shot, so it's going to pull back on that M4 for the time being, while Kenbu just playing safe by the corners of the hill, and Rolix is not too far behind. We have Angry as well as Juicy over the south side of Pachinki, while Pachinki is not being occupied by the rest of them as they've already rotated out of that sort of section. Well, over on towards the mid side of the south side of Pachinki, it's going to be a little bit more interesting because we have Kronten just across, and Ditya is playing by the shores as well, while we see a little bit of nades flying in towards the room. It's going to be hard for them to actually catch off spin as he rotates towards the left side.
That was very close actually, but looking at how circle progresses, I was just going to say the circle might ended up around the outskirts of Pachinki, and I was right. Now looking at its current state, this will be a little bit of punishment for some of the team. We're looking at around 3 or 4 teams here already inside of the safe zone. So like it or not, those from coming out of the south as well as the east here, they might have to cross path with a lot of teams just to making them sure they're actually at the center of a circle.
And over the side of Sinchuan, having a little bit of trouble trying to trade off against some of these members coming from the side of Team K7 Kaichi. Nikitanga trying to drive himself in towards the next section as Rolix trying to gatekeep all of them. Angry's going to go in with the Scar L spray, trying to find Milk all the way down there, as Nikki will be able to actually speed off without soaking any sort of damage at all.
Beautiful spray, but not clipping anybody just yet. And looking at still Sulin and Dynamo as a stagnation here. They are not budging, not giving up each other at all. They are going for the challenge, but looking at Kron, who managed to get Alice, and what happened to Nikki?
Oh, Abby managed to actually take down Natasha with another hit shot inside of Pachinki is where you want to be at. But this is going to be Nikitanga having Stark taken off by Burns. Burns just popping out there, having to secure a couple of nades. Oh my goodness, the nades are beautiful, flying off from the side of Kronten OP. And this is going to clip over on the side of Milk as well. Make it rain, make it rain. The rest of Kronten is charging in. Milk's going to hug by the corners of the wall while Nikitanga trying to take people off on that min 14.
Oh, we still have 3 people for Nikki's, 1 casualty for Stark there, but a little bit low for Kron's team, and will it be another Kobe? Almost hit it. Milk is having a lot of heavy damage there, only 30% of HP left.
trying to lob towards the corners of the wall, not really catching over on the side of Burns. While we see Milk is still being left alive, and it's all up to him as well as Pilar, but Pilar is nowhere to be seen. Here comes Kronten with a flank. Kronten dropping to real low, and he did not manage to take down the rest of Milk, and Milk will not be able to pursue any further. He's got that DP on his arsenal right now, and Kronten is calling in for help. Burns will be revealing himself. He will be the next one to fall!
That's a big clutch coming up from Milk. It's 1 versus 4 now. Another one. Low HP last hit.
He's going for it.
Oh, that was so close, but the rest of Nick is just going to go and charge right in now. They know 2 is being knocked by the rest of Milk. He did a great job there. While Lord and Nikki, like it or not, they have to move and help him, giving an extra hand. But Milk straight away being finished off, and they managed to revive all Kron's team back up on their feet.
Well, the rest of Kron could have been wiped out by Milk himself,
Wow.
and he managed to still hold his ground really well by the corners of the wall, while we see Kenbu also holding on to the DP, trying to spray down over on the side of O2 Hoi, but not being able to actually get much at all. Here comes a little bit of lob of nades. He's just trying to push them off, and that's going to be Tron taking off O2 Hoi from the back as well. So that's going to be some little bit of a kill still coming from the side of Bullshark as they manage to finish him off with a headshot as well. But Sulin opts to retreat out of that
Yeah,
situation.
that was a very weird move by Blue Shark. Managed to kill to the very last minute. It was hard to watch when that happened every single time, but it's fun to commentate. Looking at 9, he is trying to survive as long as possible. Dita is being pressured so bad by Zichuan, and as the rest of Ron, he just came in the scene too. He managed to wipe out for Dita's team.
We can see Hijra as well as Rama managed to secure that sort of kill, and there's only 12 more squads left standing, and all of them are slowly marching their way in towards the city. And that was a really interesting fight in between some of these regions. And we talked about the south side of Pachinki. That's where all the action is going to be at. Now that they've flushed themselves in towards the city, this is going to be Pi trying to pick off against the rest of Sulin.
That's the thing. It's still early of the game. It's the third phase of the circle. We already lost a lot of teams here. 12 teams left with only half of population alive. 33 of them is still playing in the game. Kaichi is still far off in the blue. While we're looking at Bullshark just going on a rampage mode, trying to find more kills here and there. Sulin is trying to do some rotation as well.
We can see Sulin just trying to actually pick people off. There is Bull Shark's team just rotating across, trying to actually get in towards the west side, but there is Kenbu right across the corner. So this might not be good news for all these guys coming from Indonesia, while Pai just slowly managed to book himself a slot towards the other edge of Pachinki. And this is going to be him just occupying the wall. Oh my goodness me. It's a little bit of a rough landing for him.
Yeah, well, rough landing, and Tron is down from the other side. They really need to back him up. He's out in the open, nowhere to hide or take some covers on. Well, looking at the prawn and chicken here. Oh, that's kind of an interesting rubbing your tummy with that chicken feet, but that's straight! Chicken feet are not, can be being punished, and pressure so bad, but Hoksui dealing a lot of damage with a beautiful spray.
Oh, they managed to get themselves a lot of damage towards the side of Kenbu, while upon just trying to prone himself over badly, trying not to reveal himself, trying to keep the pressure, but Boing, oh my goodness, Boing.
Ouch.
He's just trying to actually snipe them off from the corners of the church, while we still have some of these guys coming from Mitchell's side providing enough support, as they can't really escape out of the situation unless they hop out real quick. But Bonk right now still locking his eyes over on the same houses where Mitchell is still on the lower grounds.
Yeah, they're being sandwiched so bad. It's kind of an ordeal for the Mitchell's team. They have to move, like it or not, but it's kind of hard for them to get out of that compound because being surrounded by Kambu as well as Bull Shark teams is not in a great spot. And while the rest of Nick is kind of in the Harry Potter tower right now, it's kind of hard for them to get out as well because it will be an open field there.
Yep, he's still lucky that he's right inside his zone. He doesn't really have to move yet, while Dita already taking a total of 4 kills. We have Rama just playing out of his mind, while Hydra needs to actually get himself in towards the next phase. They are just by the north side, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem, while Rolex has his special delivery sent his way. Bonk trying to take out Rama as well, just having a little bit of bullet sent his way, but he'll still be healthy for now, while Hydra managed to book himself a slot, and that will be them just taking that sort of a garage for the time being.
With the MC trying to clip somebody, but it's a long shot for Bronx now. Well, I'm still looking at the map. We do have Ronnie still in the game, by the way. He's just
Ronnie.
rotating all over the map with that vehicle. I do hope he has a lot of fuel, but looking at
Kaichi.
Kaichi, she finally leaves her fortress. And just right after he leaves and exits out, being pressed so
Zigzagging.
bad by Campbell Drone, trying to spray her down.
Ron still trying to line it up, trying to clip over on the side of Kaichi. Oh, there we go! A detonation in the hands, and it will be Hoxley coming from the side of Mitchell's squad to actually take off that kill. There goes K7, losing out their leader, and now down to 8 more teams inside of Pachinki. Kronten smack right in the middle alongside with Bullshark in the next phase, followed by Nikki Tanga, being the 3 teams inside the zone.
Well, there you go. We're looking at the top 10 teams here. One more team that's being wiped out. We were looking at straight top 10. The rest of Dita is holding their ground. We're looking at Campbell just charging right in, saying hello to the rest of the party.
Warren just trying to actually book himself another house for the rest of the squad. While everyone's just gotta make their run in towards the city. This is gonna be a little bit of a noisy fires coming all across the map while we see, oh my goodness, Artsy, the leader is out of the vehicle, and there goes Sorty as well. That was a perfect explosion coming in from Dynamo Gaming with the special delivery.
Smokey living up to his name. Smoke up that vehicle straight off the bat. Boom away. While looking at Bullshark, who just jumped off that compound on that building to get another better angle to get some shots on. Look at
there
this,
goes
how
Sixes.
colorful the map are.
Oh yeah, it's definitely colorful as we see Sixes diving right in towards the ditch, and that will be Mitchell punishing them immediately. And my, oh my, even Campbell wants a piece of that sort of a pie, while Juicy is going to join into his fray. Here comes a couple of nades coming from the side of Bullshark, and oh my goodness, Angry just arrived, and he's already soaking so much of his damage as Pie, making it rain, making a couple of Kobe's happen, and there goes those vehicles. It could not be utilized any further.
Well, there you go. They are denying the mobility. At the same time, it's a little bit of a long shot to get that nades on top of Rolex's team. While Michelle is holding their ground, getting tunnel vision on Rolex. It's so hard for them to get out of that ditch. It seems like they are being cornered so bad because on the other side, we have Mitchell's teams and Bullsharks is aiming down on the high rollers.
You can see Sixes trying to lop one in towards the walls. Just trying to squeeze it through the window, not finding an opponent as of yet, as it lops straight towards the lower side of the housing area. And there we go, Joker getting sniped there, getting the hits of Nikki Tanga. This will be the third time for Nikki Tanga to bleed out. Here comes Juicy. On that iron side, AUG. Perhaps you need to put a little bit of red dot on top at least.
Oh, well, but even so, AUG is more than enough to actually... Well, if you get it on top of your iron sight, I don't mind without any scopes on, because it's enough damage for that. But Pi, he's trying to get a couple of taps here and there, while Dita is really aggressive.
Going in for the flank, he hops into a wall, and he manages to still take down Ronnie! Oh my goodness, he managed to travel into his Pachinki a little late to the party, and that will be it for him. But at least he managed to make it towards the nice
survived
spot.
very, very long time. He abandoned his ship right off the bat in the start of the game, but survived such a long time and secured himself top 10 at that.
Well,
That's a
I
good
really
play.
admire his effort. Well, I'll call him King of Trolls in a way. Like, he just drove all the way in towards that real small island. There's even no name for that. Well, this is the beauty of playing inside of Rangel. And here comes Dynamo Gaming, trying to take a peek. Still trying to look for Nikki Tanga, trying to snipe him off. And over in the midsection, we see Campbell battling off against Mitchell.
Yeah, going head to head, and there you go. A lot of colors of nades being thrown here and there, while Dynamo is really, really in a tough spot. Only in a very small hut to play with, very small space there. While Mitchell still going at it for against Cambu, who's trying to hold their ground, trying to dominate this compound. Well, looking
there
at
we
this,
go.
the
Bullshark
high
going for the spray.
rollers.
Oh, there we go. Sixes will be taken out. And well, we see Warren running out of mets right through the corners there. And I think that they really need to share some of all these supplies. And we're going to snug tight. This next circle is going to bring them out of the city. And I think this is where all the fights will start. And we're going to find out who will be the one taking that chicken dinner for match number 2. Oh my goodness.
Wow, that's a lot of straight on in his side for Bullshark, getting another free kill there, but it's been return damage being punished back, but not that much damage. Still, he managed to knock Angry down. While the rest of Michel's team trying to charge right in. Angry is having a hard time there, trying to crawl himself into the safe zone while looking at Michel.
Driving straight towards the compound of
My
Nikki Tanga. This
goodness.
is not going to be a good sight for her, as Kronten will be able to take down Hydra. And there we go. Pi will be spotted out by Peter, but that's not going to be a really good spray, is it?
Oh, well, bad luck for Dita just now, who charged right into their own death. They probably were desperate for that blue zone. While looking at Dynamo, who is actually very comfortable in the safe zone. Looking at Camu being charged by Kron. Oh, wait for it. Did charge right in or not?
Trying to hop right out the window. Massive spot out the rest of Kenbu. There goes Wesley. Takes out Warren first, but it will be a 1-for-1 trade-off there as Kronten LP still being left alive. Trying to scout out ahead. Trying to take off the other guys, but they managed to win the war. 5 more teams left alive as Abby will be able to eliminate the rest of RRQ Kenbu.
Well, Camu being wiped off right after Kron charged right in. Right now is Bullshark against Kron, and we have Juicy in the middle of an open field still crawling, and have another team, Dynamo's Gaming, on the other side.
You can see Juicy proning in the middle of it, all while Kronten is still trying to pick up some challenge. Pi will be the next one to fall, so Bullshark knows that there's going to be a squad by the corners of this wall. Well, they are trying to knock Tide in towards the next zone, and this is going to close out in another 25 seconds. They don't really have much time, while PO are still by the corners of this really small tree.
You know, looking at Dynamo, how they are going to proceed to the end of the game. We're looking at Nikki being just targeted by Dynamos, while I'm looking at Juicy, who's really desperate and trying to not move even a muscle. In one moment he moves, he stand up, it's going to be the end of his life.
We see Juicy trying to outlast everyone, and he's the only member left alive from the side of Rolex.
There's
while
a big
Bullshark
pressure.
has all 3 members right there. Oh, there we go. The spray down coming into his corners of the pie once more. I'm thinking that Bullshark's going to have a little bit more trouble as Dynamo going in for the push as well. They're running across. Juicy crossing him out. He might just go in for it.
Oh, he can take that one down, but he's just playing super safe right now. But Dynamo is right in front of his side for Juicy. He's trying to crawl in.
Spot out already.
Yes, he's being sniping off Juicy. I think it's Bullshark from behind. There you go. It's actually Kron.
Oh my goodness, Abby managed to spot them out, and here comes Burns just trying to tap them all off. They're running low on mats. They're running low of help as well. This is your top 4 right now. Bullshark managed to take down Dynamo as Smokey will be left down on the ground. As Bullshark himself will be wiped away. My goodness me, Burns is just really showing his top form with a total of 10 kills in the hands of Dynamo squad.
He's burning with desire to kill, I tell you so. While looking at Nikki, they kind of in a tough, sticky spot there. Not much space to work on, no covers at all. While the rest of the team got themselves one small apartment each. Are they looking at this? Will
They're
they
just
manage
getting
to get?
ganked on by both squads right here, and oh my, that was a really good drop roll of the nade. But here comes Smokey OP falling for the second time coming. Peter has a lot of smokes left intact. It's going to be a smoke city right here by the corners of Pachinki, and I gotta correct myself. It was Kronten OP's team with the total of 10 kills leading the charge, but who's it going to be to take this chicken dinner?
Well, finally, we're looking at the 8th circle. We'll be proceeding to the 9th circle, last circle there is, but look at that. Joe managed to get one down for 10. OP is being knocked on his knees. Kron might want to take this advantage, taking a third-party play here. Dynamo's Peter is going on the floor, just proning away to get the kills.
Pi will be able to spot out Joker going in with the headshot, and Abby's going to pull out that AUG, waiting for the right moment as Bullshark tries to call himself through. He managed to spot out 2 members straight coming from the side of Dynamo Gaming, and Dynamo will be wiped out from play. There's only going to be Kron alongside with the rest of Bullshark as we can see Nikki Tanga trying to stand right up, trying to take up this challenge, spotting out for Abby. Abby's the only member left alive, trying to save Captain Kronten.
It's 1 versus 1. It's 1 versus 1 now. Contra, all 3 of them all being knocked on their knees. While looking at this, Joe might just make it for Pi, just managed being revived. This is a big advantage for Blue Sharks team.
We can see this is right now phase 8 coming in their way, and they are just taking a breather right now, going for the revivals. Content definitely have the numbers advantage, but it's going to be a little bit tricky for them to deal with both Joe as well as Pi without revealing themselves. And when we speak of that, here comes a couple of bullets being let loose from the side of Bullshark as well between these 2 squads. It's just going to be one of them walking away with the match to chicken dinner.
Oh, will
and we
it
see
be?
Kronten trying to peek out. Abby as well. They are rotating across the walls, and there goes Kronten once again.
Whoa, one more name. We're looking at a Molotov right now. Joe's trying to make the big plays here. Almost hit it. It's so close.
Oh my
This
goodness.
is so
Oh
close.
my goodness me.
One
First is taken down.
Pi
It's
managed
only
to get
Abby
it.
left alive.
Oh, there it goes. They already turned into damage. He's being punished back. Who will win this?
He's still having a little bit more health as compared to Joe. They're going for another pickup, trying to save Kron10 once again. Not letting him die, but look, the moment I speak of it, he's just gonna let him slip off. As Abby wants to pick up this fight. It's between Joe as well as Abby. One of them will get the chicken dinner as they try to wrap themselves up. They're already out of mats in this scenario. One more first aid kit for the side of Abby, while Bull Shark Joe only has 10 bandages. Trying to charge up one frag, trying to lob it through the vehicle. Will he be able to land it? And that will be one being slipped off the back.
That's so close. He still have one more nades to go. Last nade. Will it be the nades of
Here
Miracle?
comes Abby going in for the push. He's gonna lob it right in front of it. Boom! Chakalaka! That is match number 2. Ended with style as Bull Shark managed to take that chicken dinner. And oh my.
That was Kron, man.
It was actually
it.
Kron.
Yeah.
It was so close.
That
I
was so
couldn't even
close.
tell.
That was such. Yeah, it was kind of heavily populated in the middle of Pochinki. Just now, we're gonna go and see the leaderboard. The number 1 is none other than Kron's team just now with total points of 57, 20 total kills at that. And while second is actually Bull Shark with 52 total points, 16 kills there.
Still, that's a whole lot of kills for Bull Shark as well as Kron10 OP. But Tita is tying the match alongside with Bull Shark with a total of 52 points for both of them. And Mitchell will come in at 4th spot, coming in with 32 points, followed by 12 kills in total. Kissel will also have quite an amount of kills, I would say, coming with a total of 13 kills, followed by Alice coming in 5th place, as well as Vicky Tanga over onto 6th, and Tai Chi will secure a total of 30 points as well.
But I'm looking at the bottom 15 and 16. There's a lot of catching up to do for these two teams, the Ronnie as well as Sulin. But even so, they were doing great in the last game. So maybe we still have a lot of games to go. While 2 more games for today, we still have 4 more games for tomorrow.
I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. 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 Show them.